Hello everyone, welcome to day 75 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find the game. We're playing as black. We played the Caro-Kann. Here I can just develop my knight or develop this one. I think I can actually pin first, then develop. I'll take the attack the pawn. The knight isn't pinned anymore. I think I have this move, but then he takes. We have to keep this defended. I can develop my other knight. He pins it. Here we lose a pawn. Same thing here. I think I can castle here. I think I will just castle here. My opponent takes, we're attacking this now. I also have queen b6 attacking this again. So I think I just win this pawn here. My pawn has no checks. He jumps the knight in. Maybe he's going for this move. But I think I can threaten queen b6, which attacks this, threatens this fork. I don't see what he's threatening here. The knight's also almost trapped. I'll go queen b6. Oh, so he just takes the bishop. I can take with the queen, looking for a trade, which is actually good. Let's take. Now we have a fork here. He has to go back here. I think he has to play bishop d1. He can't give me this fork. He actually moves his rook, which lets me weaken his pawn structure. So that's what I'll do. And then I'll attack this pawn here. I'll bring my rooks to the center. Actually, I'll play rook d8 and just push. I actually have en passant here. If he attacks, I can just defend. Now he's gonna run his king. I can just take space and win these pawns here. He doesn't let me win his pawns. Here I can just defend the pawn. It gives me a check, but gives me another check, but I can just bring my king high up. I can just go here. So I think here I can just play this, give a check, and keep pushing the pawns. I'm just trying to get behind my pawns. If he goes here, we actually have to defend like this. So it is complicated. I think I have this move. He attacks this. I'll just bring my king up. He's actually going to push there. That's defended, so I'll just drop back. If he takes, oh, we actually blundered there. Now we're able to push her. So he takes with check here. I think I can just step up and bring my rook in. His king has no good moves here. But we don't either. And this is just a draw, unfortunately. My opponent accepts the draw, so let's have a look at this game. My opponent played at an 80.8, we played at a 78.1. And we were actually winning by quite a bit, but we did end up blundering, which just brought the game back to a draw. Let's look at this. My opponent played with a 1300, I played with a 1250 performance healer. E4, we played the Caro-Kann. This was all okay. This was a mistake from my opponent because I just attacked this pawn and I'm pretty sure I win it. So I actually should have taken the free pawn here instead of trading off the bishop. Everything here was okay. And here we did blunder a pawn. I had to defend it. So yeah, this was a huge mistake which actually almost drew the game. And this is just a draw here. So I actually think we had big winning chances here. And we gave up this pawn, which just drew the game. We gave up our a6 pawn, which lost us the game. With these two outside pass pawns, That's no good from us. That's a mistake because I just push. If he pushes, we just go king f7. If they give this check, king goes to g8. We play rook a2. And then we take the pawn. And then we have this one outside pass pawn, so we're still doing better. But that's not what happens. Instead, we just get a draw. So let's find the second game. This time we're playing as white, so I'll play e4. We get the Scandinavian, so we take the trade. We have to take the center here. Just develop our pieces. He's attacking my bishop. I think I can just pin his knight here. I can actually jump in here. Attacking the bishop. But then he takes here. So I think I can castle here first. And then go for this. I think I can just attack the bishop here. I'll just come in attacking the bishop. I can put pressure here as well with queen f6, but not at the moment because of this bishop. His bishop's actually trapped. He just wants to kick my knight. We'll take the bishop. The only way we can attack the queen is... Actually, I think here we just threaten to... Actually, we do have push. If it takes, we have check. Do we have push? We can always bring our rook. We have this check, but then push. Then here, no. I think we can push him. Let's defend it twice. It puts pressure around his king, so he can't castle here. We have checks here. He blocks with the bishop. We can take. We can just take here, I think. Then he has to. Can't take back. He has no checks. I think we just give a check next. He actually castles. Pinning my knight to my queen. I can move my queen out of the way. I have this check, but not at the moment. I think I'll just move my queen here. Out of the way. Bring my rook. I need to also develop my bishop right now. I think I'll put my bishop on f4. Just to connect my rooks. He actually goes, oh, we do lose a piece here. So I don't think a queen trade is that good here. I'm not sure if I should accept the queen trade or just develop my pieces. We do have this. If he takes my queen, I take wood check first. and then take the queen. So pin the queen to the rook. And take with check first. And then take the queen, but we're still down a piece. I can't put pressure on him with bishop e3, but we have to activate our pieces. We have checks. He has to move his king. I think I'll activate my rook. I can come in with the bishop to block all these squares off, but not sure if it's so strong. Here, if he kicks my bishop, we have to take, and we're just down the piece, so not really a good move. I think first let's just take space on the board. He actually jumps in. I think I can just take more space. If he goes knight e5, he's attacking this, I can just slide up. Maybe I have bishop d5 attacking this. Then he has to defend. Or if I push here, his knight always has moves, so I think I'll play bishop just d4. He does just take that. We're playing down the piece here. f4 is a move that I have to play to weaken the structure. I think f4 is just a must. If he pushes, he's looking for discoveries here, but I think I can just push. If he plays this, we're okay. He does push. I can even slide up. If he defends like this, I just take. He wants a rook trade. I think I'll take this pawn instead. I can activate my king also. So I think that move, he can push here with check, but if I go here, he has to go back with the bishop. But then I don't see what next. If I go here and he checks me, I have to go up. Then he has this, but then I take, so I think this move is okay. I really want to come in here and attack this pawn. Gives me a check, I can just come up. If check, I just take, so it's a bad move. I think we can win this pawn, and we actually have our own passed pawn here. An outside passed pawn, so gives me this check. Well, he doesn't win this pawn, but I think if I come up, that's fine. Just stay on the light squares. Wait, my opponent just blundered. Why did I not take? Big loss from me. If I move here, after we trade. If I go here, after we trade pawns. If I go here, after we trade rooks, he wins this. And I do win this. But this is a dark square, so he can always sacrifice his bishop for my pawn. So I think I'll push here. Just put my pawn in the light square first, and then go here. I think I just win this pawn here. My opponent just completely blundered his bishop. Okay, so he does go for this trade. So we don't want to take here. If I allow him to take, I think that's fine. I think I can push now. I'm going to just take space. He can sacrifice his bishop here, and he does. And we're gonna end up losing this game. There's not really any moves here. My opponent actually blundered his bishop, just completely blundered his bishop this game, which I completely just missed. If I took here, I don't see what comes next. It's a terrible move from my opponent. Gives this check, I'll just push. Now I have no moves. So I think this game is a loss. If he pushes, there's nothing we can do really. He actually comes in, which just wins the pawn. But then I would also have almost no moves. Just defend like this, he has this move. This is just gonna be a loss. Yeah, he cuts my king off. And he's just gonna promote. He just has this check now. I don't know why my opponent just doesn't cut off my king and goes to promote, but we'll just play the end of this game. We threw away a win this game, I think. We had outside pass pawns if we just took his bishop, but I didn't see it for some reason. I think he just has queen e3 check, and he goes for that. Yeah, he can just bring his king in. It's almost checkmate here. Queen c3 was a better move, I think. Don't know what my opponent's doing. He's trying really hard not to Stalemate, I think. Now queen b3 is a huge blunder here. I have no other moves other than king a1. That's just checkmate. So let's have a look at this game. We played with a 78.7% accuracy, my opponent with an 81.3. We had two huge blunders this game. My opponent had one. e4, Scandinavian defense from my opponent. Yeah, I did have jumping in right here. I shouldn't have been worried about him taking this pawn, because then I'd be able to threaten this pawn. I actually had queen h5 check in this position, which is good. My opponent plays g6. We can play knight takes g6, h takes g6. We take the rook, and it's just a complicated position here. And something like king d7 would be a blunder. Just giving up the... yeah. Well, it's just a weird position there, so we didn't go into that. We did just blunder the piece here. I should have just... best move here was to give a check. Then he has to block, actually block with the queen. And then we're doing fine. He can't step away. After this check, after this queen check, what happens if he steps away? It's just a draw. So, we gave away the piece here. This is an even bigger blunder. We actually blundered checkmate here. Oh wow. It's such a simple and silly mistake. That's a massive blunder, which I actually did not notice in the game while I was playing. Here we blundered the piece again. So what's happened here? My opponent just missed an easy checkmate here. Very silly from us. This was all okay. Yeah, my opponent just blunders the piece completely, which puts us in the winning position instead of my opponent. Just terrible moves from my opponent. And instead of just taking the bishop, which I did not see, I don't know how I didn't see, we just moved the king out of check, which loses us the game. Because he always has this bishop to sacrifice itself for this pawn. We don't play the best move we should have taken here. If he takes back, pushing is actually wrong, because we lose this with tempo. But if he takes, I'm not sure he can take. He can. Well, king e2 wins this pawn, so he stops him from coming back to defend. But that's not what happens. Instead, he's able to just sacrifice his bishop and make a queen. And here we had no good winning chances at all. We can't even actually win the game here, so we end up eventually losing the checkmate. My opponent just completely blundered away a piece this game. And I don't know why I didn't see. But also, early in the game, we blundered on knights. But also, we actually blundered checkmate, which we missed. So today, one draw and one loss. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.